this might be a little too real, but how do I tell my mother that even though I'm 20 years old, I've been working since I was 14, and I know I had to work. I've always had to work for the things that I want. I never got anything handed to me, but I'm 20 years old. I don't want to work anymore. I don't want to do that shit. I'm putting deodorant on because I'm sweating because I just walked up the stairs because I don't be doing any type of physical exercise. So, like, I just been laying in my house for like a week. I got fired from my job because I don't want to go. I don't want to show up. I'm yelling in silence because I can't yell. Because if I yell in my house, I get my ass break. So that's why I can't tell my mama that I don't want to work. Because you got to. You got to get up and go to work, girl. You're 20 years old. You got to go to work. You got to go to school. You got to do everything. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. And everybody I tell, they're like, just go apply for more. Shut up. I don't want to work anymore.
Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from Dating Right. Young women are furious that they were fooled into feminism. It sucks, but there's not much you can do about it now. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get to that chow. It's chow time.
Hey, what's going on, good people? In this video, we're going to discuss how younger modern women are starting to really do a pushback campaign against the 1900s women liberation groups, which is something that they are realizing today. It is actually something that's making their lives harder. And we know a lot of the modern women today, they are not about that boss chick energy at all. So, we definitely gonna get into it and break it down. But before we do, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, like the video, and drop a comment down below. Not here to waste your time. Let's get right into it.
I have a question for them old heads. Who the f told y'all to go fight for our rights to work? Then y'all want to tell us how men's supposed to provide. Shut the f up. Y'all done went got up on that fucking stand and fought for us. I hate working. Nobody told y'all to do that. Y'all did too much to prove that y'all that girl. It didn't give that. Like, it doesn't give that. You see what we doing? It never gave that. It never gave that.
Come to the realization that I just don't want to work anymore. Like, it doesn't matter the job, the career path, the location. I just don't want to work anymore.
It's funny. When I came to this country when I was 5 in 1992, the next day I went to a donut shop and was there at the donut shop majority of the day. And then my parents were learning how to bake donuts. My dad was learning how to bake donuts, and my mom was learning how to sell donuts. And from then on, I've helped at the donut shop all my life. And even now, I can't imagine not working. As a man, I don't know if it's because as a man or what, or how I was raised. I always assume if I stopped working, I'm just gonna die. I have nothing else to prove in life, nothing else to do in life. I have no purpose. My purpose is to kind of work.
Whoever fought for women to get jobs. Why? Why did we do that? I am so tired. I want to just put my feet up. Oh my God.
Yes, ma'am. You can thank women's rights activist groups that started up in the 1900s. They were straight up played by feminists. But at the same time, they've been benefiting from it. But us men are going to sit back and watch this. But it does feel good to see the chickens come home to roost.
Can you support my lifestyle, your lifestyle, a family's lifestyle, and give me a better lifestyle than what I can support on my own?
But the thing is,
and do it on your own salary.
It's a piece of paper. It's bragging rights. It's bragging rights at the end of the day.
How many women has degrees and don't want to work?
Right.
That's the first thing.
So I feel like now that women have proven that we can work and be just as successful as men, I think we should go back to where women don't have to work, because I don't want to.
I don't want.
It's funny. Again, even in the 50s, there were women that were working. They just weren't working in mass like that. And there were still 50-50 households. Not 100% of all households in the 50s were, stay-at-home wives and stay-at-home mothers.
don't work anymore because I'm working every day very hard, and I never had money. So everything is expensive. So I don't know a la chingada porque I never have money in my wallet, a la verga. So
There's not even a phone in there. I just noticed.
so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know it's this. Take a perk and it's poking and see. Money swollen like this. They done perfecting the kid.
And they really think you can just flip a switch like that, and then all of a sudden they'll be ready and willing to do a lot of these things and happy, and it's gonna please us. No, you weren't raised this way. Like you're forcing yourself to do these things, I feel like, because you want a certain outcome. Where a lot of women in the West, or not, a lot of women in the East and in South America, they were raised this way because they know this does get them the best outcome. So they've always, know what to do in these scenarios.
Jesus, what's going on? I can never understand what's going on.
We live in a world where society has managed to brainwash women into thinking that they can now become men. Since they can have a higher income, provide for themselves, pay their own bills, buy their own flowers, they've become delusional enough to think that they can become men or that they are men. To the point that they show no respect to men whatsoever. They're out there being promiscuous, anything for the moolah. They are so busy trying to match a man's masculinity that they are unable to stay in their femininity. Make it make sense.
That's right, my Haitian sister. These fake woke women rights groups were some of the biggest scammers of all time. They pulled the ultimate con on these women. They literally convinced a generation of women that getting a good husband, raising a family is pretty much like freaking slavery or something. And all this was done under the cloak of empowering women.
And just to let you know, we don't need y'all. We want y'all, but we don't need y'all.
You know you can't afford to go out, right? You know you can't afford to buy any designer clothes. You know you cannot afford to go to anything but great clubs. You know you cannot afford to go out to eat at all, right? To be very clear, not a single time.
I'm speechless.
Do you know you cannot afford that, though?
I feel like it saves me so much time, though, so I can work on my business.
Work on your How many hours a day are you working?
It depends. And now I'm doing more things now.
Give me average.
An average?
How many days? What hours?
I'm so tired of this. I do so much things. I fucking hate this. I do a lot of things, and I still have some free time here and there. Like, these people act as if ordering Uber Eats and all these things really... I maybe ordered Uber Eats once, and I saw the price, and I was outraged. So I just drive my freaking fat ass to wherever I need to go and grab the food I want. Screw the extra charges.
Hours a day are you working?
5.
Then you don't have time. That's stupid. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I'm sorry, I'm digging into you, but that's dumb. That's dumb, and you need to know that's dumb. That's why I'm being rough. 5 hours a day? Oh, poor me, I'm working 5 hours a day and I can't cook. What do you mean it saves you time?
To all the people who are like, she doesn't want to work, she wants to marry rich and like have a fantastic life. Oh my god, she must be so lazy. She must like not be very bright. Like she's just not very capable, you know? Let me tell you, I went to Berkeley and I got my master's at USC. I'm extremely, extremely overeducated. And you know what I did with that overly educated brain of mine?
I figured out the smartest thing I could do. The most efficient usage of my time, my energy, my resources for the most optimal path. Use that big juicy brain of mine, this brain that has been used in an advertising career, a career in tech, international business consulting. I've done it all. I've worked with Heineken, I've worked for Samsung, I've worked for Unilever, I've done things for H&M, and you know, I finally used this big, extremely competent brain, and I really figured it out. And the smartest thing that a woman can do is marry rich, so she doesn't have to work. Sis, we simply just don't make as much, and we simply don't have the testosterone, so we burn out way, way faster, and everything takes a much more intense toll on us. So ladies, honestly,
That sounds like you're being lazy now, right? Like, it didn't sound like you gave that great of a reasoning.
while you still have your youth, your looks, your energy, the best ROI for you is to marry a provider. It's to
I
date
agree with
high-value
this.
men. Let them go to work for you. Your job is to enjoy your life.
That
You
I
have
don't
so many
agree
creative
with.
passions. You have so many
See,
hobbies.
this is the part where they're missing out on everything. Yes, you can marry a rich. Yes, you can marry a provider, but you should be adding value. You should not be marrying just to make you happy. You know, you should be providing things for this gentleman that is providing you such a life to be able to do whatever you want. And this is what these modern women don't understand, that there's a give for taking this huge amount of burden that men take.
You have so many things you want to be doing, so many things you need to buy. You don't have time for a job. At least not a 9-to-5 job, slaving behind a desk. Not for us, sis.
And that makes me think too, at what point in history technically was women not allowed to work? Maybe we can get a history teacher down in the comments below to let us know. But yeah, was there ever a actual law on books that prevented women from working? Or maybe it was just the fact that a lot of employees would rather hire men. Was it a boys club? A lot of these modern women today, they don't even like to leave their house and go outside and go to work. They would actually prefer to stay home, nestled in their home, waiting on their husbands to come home. To a lot of these modern women would like to stay home and simply perform household duties. I believe modern women who have feminist beliefs, they don't believe in women's rights enough to the point where they got to get out there and work like a man. But unfortunately for a lot of these ladies, being a feminist is a lot like being a man. Feminist women got to get out there and work too.
Oh, that was some good chow. At least these young women are learning now where they're able to actually still course correct. Unlike a lot of these 35-year-old, 40-year-old women that are pretty much stuck. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.